Great. That's a great question. And just to make it clear, I have 3 separate businesses, and I outsource heavily in Coach Glue. So, I mean, we do have a bigger team at Coach Glue just because we have so many moving pieces and parts. So that's a big team. But on my Nicola on the Net brand and all of that stuff, I only have 2 people that I work with, 3 people that I work with. And then in my Beachpreneurs business, we pretty much just work with our event planners, and the rest is just, we keep it light and tight, as Kelly says, and try to have very little moving pieces and parts in the actual online part of that business. So, I mean, each business I outsource differently based on my needs for that business. And so just because like at Coach Glue we have a bunch of people doesn't mean that the regular, I don't want to say average entrepreneur because I don't think there's such a thing, but the people that are listening, you know, would need to go out and get a team right away, especially if there's not a proven business yet. And that's the thing is, where to start. To me, the first thing I always recommend is the roadblocks. So if you're not making consistent money yet, and there's a obvious thing standing between you and making money, then I always suggest to outsource the roadblock first. Because, I mean, if you're sitting staring at a computer for 6 months and there's something stuck that you can't figure out how to get back past that 6 months of you not making money from that project, and you might lose momentum, window of opportunity might close. If the product you're creating is about Periscope or Blab and it's taking you 6 months to get that product out, then oops, you know, oh, is Periscope still around?
I think it's Blab that's gone, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
We barely made
okay, we'll say Blab
live, so I don't know.
Blab. Okay, so if you're creating this big product about Blab and it takes you 6 months, well, guess what? Opportunity is gone. So the roadblock, if there's a visible roadblock, something like ship site, installing a shopping cart, setting up your funnels, you know, things like that. And you already, especially if you already have an audience of people that want to buy your stuff, but you can't get there from here, then outsource whatever the heck is standing in your way, because that's kind of key to making money. What's standing in your way, or you don't know if you have a profitable business, then the first thing you might want to hire or outsource is a coach, or join some sort of a coaching group that can help you to get there from here. If you're already a profitable business and you're feeling overwhelmed, then I always say the first thing is the thing that's not getting done, that's standing between you and more money. Or if you haven't outsourced your customer support yet, then that is huge. I always tell this story, Alice, of how I was spending like 1 to 2 hours a day on my customer support because, well, it's me, and I'm like, oh, I have to help them, and then I'd go run, and you know, Yep. I'd run, and then there'd be rabbit trails, and I'm like, oh, but there's this I have to tell them about, and it was ridiculous. So yeah. I finally outsourced it. My bill for my first month was $30.
I know. I have the same story and it also takes up a lot of your mental energy too, especially if you have an angry customer or something. It totally throws you off for the day. But if you have someone taking care of it, you're always surprised at how little time they spend when we think it like takes forever.
Exactly. And then, okay, so like I'd get a question about this product, and then I'd be in my site and be like, oh, I should update that, and look at this, and I could do this, and what's the SEO on that page, and a bunch of stuff that was not on my to-do list for the day at all.